welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and if you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley. I run things here at Gal, and it's been a minute. It's been a minute, friends. It has been almost 2 months since I uploaded my last video. I uploaded my last video on July 7th, and I did put up a community tab post following, like, maybe like a week after that video, kind of explaining what was going on. But I just feel like community tab posts are trash. Like, I feel like they infrequently actually like show up on your subscription page, and I've had a lot of people asking about where I've been, what I'm doing, when I'm coming back, when I'm gonna upload again. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. I'm gonna talk to you guys about my mental health, kind of a little bit of like my mental health journey, and then we're gonna chat about like where we go from here. I have 0 notes. This is normally something that I would have taken notes for. There is a portion I'm gonna be like reading off of my phone, but in terms of like how this video is gonna be laid out, I have zero notes. So just bear with me. I wanted this to be more just like stream of consciousness. Just chatting with you guys like I'm chatting with my friends. So that's what we're gonna do today. There's gonna be timestamps down in the description box if like you don't want to hear about the mental health part, you just want to hear about when are you coming back, what are you gonna be filming, what's the plan. There's gonna be timestamps for everything so y'all can jump to wherever you want to be. So let's get into it. Grab a beverage. I'm drinking this High Noon vodka and soda peach flavor. It's delicious. I had never had these before until I bought them my last grocery trip, and they're legit. So grab a beverage, buckle up. Okay, so in the community post that I put up on my page shortly following my July 7th video, which is my last video that I uploaded, like I said, I alluded to the fact that like my mental health just like took a complete dive, and I want to be really honest with you guys about kind of like what led up to it. I'm not going to get into like specifics in terms of like what was going on in my head and stuff like that, but I think that it could help some people if you kind of understand like how this started and kind of how it started and how it kind of reared its ugly head again. So last year, we're gonna rewind to, let's say, March 2020. So March 2020, I noticed that there was about a week span, and yes, I have like, oh, maybe you can't really see them, but there's a pile of clean towels on my bed that normally would not be allowed in the video, but Samson is getting comfy, and I didn't want to disrupt his lounging. So anyways, side note, March 2020. I noticed in March 2020, there was a chunk of time, it was about a week, where I was experiencing lots of signs of what I thought was depression, kind of like negative thoughts. I wasn't gonna like hurt myself or hurt anyone else or anything, but just like really in like a negative headspace, very paranoid, extreme mood swings. Again, this is just to name a few things, but it stood out to me, and I kind of chalked it up to like the pandemic. Like, it was the first month of the pandemic, and I'm like, maybe I'm just dealing with it in this way. Like, my body, my mind is choosing to deal with it in this way. And it was concerning because it was different, but it wasn't concerning because it only lasted like a week. Then April rolled around. Same thing happened. About a week of time where I was feeling all of these things, and then it went away. Then once it happened in May, I was like, okay, something is afoot. Like, something is happening here, and I need to get to the bottom of it. Like, I need to figure out what this is. So I started Googling, and I just, as you do when you Google, I read pages and pages of different things that it could possibly be, and the one that resonated with me the most was PMDD. Oh, hello. It's editing me. I forgot like I don't have my tripod, so this is kind of tricky. I forgot a very important piece to this. The whole reason why I was able to like string together, put the pieces together and figure out that this was PMDD was that after it had happened the 3rd time for the 3rd month, I actually looked at my calendar, and based on like what we had planned throughout each month, I could determine when I was feeling, you know, that way. And each month it was 7 to 10 days before I was supposed to start my period. Very important. That's how I tied it to my menstrual cycle, and then that's how I discovered that it was most likely PMDD. So I just wanted to put that out there because I don't even mention that in the video, and it probably seems like I'm just like jumping to that conclusion, but the fact that it was such a short amount of time, and then each time it happened it was 7 to 10 days before I started my cycle, ding 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 ding. So I needed to add that in here for clarification. So I have like the PMDD kind of like description and stuff pulled up on my phone because I don't want to misspeak. So PMDD is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. So it's like, they explain it on here, like a health problem similar to PMS, but it's like times 100. Like it's way more serious. PMDD is different because it causes emotional and physical symptoms, but we're talking like symptoms, not just like, oh, I have really bad cramps, or oh, like I cried over a commercial. It's like, it's affecting your everyday life. So some of the symptoms are mood swings, depression, intense anger, tension, anxiety, irritability, trouble concentrating, fatigue, paranoia, which I was also experiencing a lot of, appetite changes, feeling out of control, sleep problems, insomnia, cramps, headaches, hot flashes, all of these things. And I was just going down the list, checking every box because that's how I was feeling. I've never been diagnosed with anything before, like anxiety disorders or depression or anything like that. So this was all very new to me. So once I kind of did my research, and again, we're talking 2020, so we're talking last year. Once I did my research and I was like, I think this is what it is, I made an appointment with my doctor, and I met with her in July, and she agreed. She was like, I definitely think this is what you have. And we decided that like our course of action was going to be me getting a therapist and working with a therapist, and then if that didn't work, we would talk about medication. So I was like, cool, like that's great. I'm just glad that I have a path here. Also, I do want to make it clear, like the headspace that I was in, again, was only lasting like a week. So I was like completely fine 3/4 of the month, and it was just like that week where everything was going downhill. So when you're in it, it does feel debilitating, but I didn't feel like it was like taking over my life, because it wasn't. I still had like 3 weeks where I was like fine. So that's what we settled on. That was in July of 2020. And guess what? Never happened again. I went on vacation in July for my sister's birthday, and one thing led to another, and I didn't really, it was always in the back of my mind, like, oh, I need to make a therapy appointment, I need to find a therapist, but I just didn't. And then on top of that, I never felt those symptoms at all again the rest of the year. The first part of this year until last month, until July. It crept in again, which is kind of just interesting to me. Like a whole year later, it crept in again, and this time it was like, if we're talking like previously it was, you know, PMS times 100, this time it was times 1,000. Like it was absolutely terrible. I was in the worst headspace ever. Just everything, all of those symptoms that I read off to you, I was experiencing all of those, and very like severely. And that's when I decided to take a step back from YouTube, because I truly felt like I was going crazy. And I don't say that crazy, like I don't say that as like to be hyperbolic. Like I truly felt not good up here. So I took a step back from YouTube, and I have a therapist now, and I've been going to therapy, and she's really been helping me, you know, discover different tools that I can use to deal with this, and it's really been working. It's really been helping. I have had one cycle, I've had one cycle since that happened, and I didn't experience any of those symptoms. So for me, it seems like for my particular case, it's very hit or miss. But when it hits, I want to be prepared. I want to have all of the tools in my arsenal to be able to combat it. And so that's the path I'm on right now. All of that being said, I feel fantastic right now. Like I feel really good. I want to come back to YouTube. I have truly missed it. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of things different, which we'll get into in a minute. But YouTube is an outlet for me, and I do want to say, like, it's a passion, but I don't even think passion is the right word. I just feel like it's a really good outlet. It's a great creative outlet for me. I love editing. I love thinking of different videos that I can film, and I'm finally in this place like where I actually miss it, because there, you know, after I kind of came out of that fog, if you will, I was like, should I go back to YouTube? And I just didn't want to, honestly. Like, I felt fine. Mentally, I was fine. I was on the up and up. I was doing great, 10 out of 10. But I just wasn't feeling like that call to come back to YouTube, and now I do. Now I want to start filming again. I want to get back into the groove of things, and that's what I plan on doing. Okay, so where do we go from here in terms of like the direction of my channel? So when I first started my channel, I've mentioned this before, I started as like a vlog, like a mommy vlogger. Like, it's just like vlogging my day, and like I liked it, it was fun, and I would not trade those memories for anything. I've since privated all of those videos, but to be able to go back and like look at Daisy, a couple weeks ago we were just laying in bed together and like looking at all these old videos that I have of her when she was like just a little babe, like 1 or 2, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. That being said, that's how I started my channel. And then when I started keto, that was something that I was really passionate about. And my channel went, you know, into that direction. And if you've been around for a while, you guys know that I'm not doing keto anymore, and that I'm eating more like low carb, or was eating more low carb, tracking my food and stuff like that, but still being like really food focused. And I don't want that to be the focus of my channel anymore. It's not something I'm passionate about. And honestly, when everything happened last month, I completely stopped caring. I shouldn't say that. I completely stopped, I don't know what the word is that I want to use. Caring is not the word, but like I stopped really monitoring. I stopped seriously monitoring what I was eating. I don't know, maybe that's a good way to put it. Y'all know right before I stopped filming, I was like tracking my food every day, writing everything down. I can't remember if I was calorie counting during that time, but there was a chunk of time there where I was calorie counting. And when all of this went down last month, I closed that book and put it in my nightstand, and I haven't taken it out since. It's just not what I want to be doing right now. Like, basically how I'm eating right now is, I would say I'm mindfully eating. So I am doing my best to eat like a healthy, balanced diet, but I am not obsessed with the scale. I'm just like living my life. And if one night I like indulge and eat something that is like really high in calorie, and I know it's really high in calorie, or that's deep fried or whatever, then the next day I just make better choices. Like, that's all that I'm really doing. This is kind of a tangent. But I'm sitting right now at 147, which if you've been around, 140 is like where I want to be. We've been there before, but I just don't really care. I just don't really care. I feel like if my health was compromised, or if I was like in a weight bracket where I was considered to be like high risk for diabetes, or considered to be obese, or I don't know, maybe those things, I'm not even saying those things would change it, but maybe then I would be a little bit more like, okay, we gotta rein it in. But for right now, like, I'm just happy living my life, and I'm just eating how I want to eat. That being said, that is why I don't want food to be the main focus of this channel. What I really want to do is I want to kind of pick and choose the food things that I liked doing. Every now and then I want to do a what I eat in a day video. I don't want it to be a weekly thing anymore. I really miss filming grocery hauls. So I kind of want to throw my energy into grocery hauls and do hauls with like prices. I kind of dabbled with that in the past, but I want to like do hauls with prices and focus on like picking up new things that said store has, or new finds that I discover, because that's one thing I really miss. The what I eat in a days, the only thing I really miss from those is like talking with you guys. at the time I loved filming them, but right now in this moment, like, do I miss filming that? No, I do miss filming grocery hauls because y'all know I love grocery shopping. So my plan is to just have this be a very organic space for me. I'm not gonna have an upload schedule, which is really different for me, but sometimes I am a Virgo to a fault, and I love structure and I love things being organized and I love things being scheduled, but right now I think I just don't need that in my life. So I'm not gonna have an upload schedule. I will always upload at 8:30 in the morning because that's just one shred of continuity that I want to hang on to, but I'm not going to do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. I'm just going to upload when I want to upload. So grocery hauls every now and then of what I eat in a day. I am really into the reselling right now. I shared a little bit of that with you guys before I left last month, and I am like full blown into reselling.
Mommy.
What?
Where?
Okay, I had a visitor. So now I gotta remember what I was talking about. Reselling. I've really been into reselling, and I do want to make some content on that. I want to film videos of things that I bought at the thrift store that I plan on reselling. I want to make some videos about like my monthly sales, like what sold in August, what sold in September, whatever. So that's kind of like another thing that I've been thinking about. I still want to do Stitch Fix videos. I have a box coming. Excuse me, so I'm gonna film that. And then kind of like the things that I have filmed in the past, favorites videos, empties videos, and that sort of thing. So that's kind of like where my head's at. If you want like a too long don't read version of that, it's just not gonna be as much food centric, diet centric, low carb centric content around here. I don't particularly miss doing that. I miss filming. I miss talking to you guys. I miss all of the parts of YouTube minus everything being about food. So that is my plan. I have zero expectation like when it comes to views or anything like that, because chances are if you're watching this video, you're here because of my keto and low carb stuff. And I completely understand that. If you're like, I don't give a shit what you're reselling, can you film a low carb recipe? Like, I completely understand. So, you know, as much as like I do want to share this stuff with y'all, like I'm also doing this for me. So I don't really care if I upload something and it gets like 12 views. That's okay, because I was able to experience like the joy of actually filming it. So that's the plan. I feel like I don't have much else to say. Just a little like life update. I did take my Seattle trip. I had talked about that with you guys for a while. It was the best trip ever. The girls' weekend of my dreams. We just had the best time. We did the most fun things. We ate the best food. We drank a lot of drinks. And it was just so much fun. I also got a tattoo. I got a Daisy tattoo and I love it. Daisy started preschool, which is very exciting. Very, very, very exciting. That was not in the cards for us, but we're doing the dang thing. So she's in, well, technically it's pre-K. So she's doing that. Cernan got a new job. There's lots of things happening. Cernan got a new job. Yesterday was my birthday. I turned 34 yesterday, and later this week we're heading to Disney, and I could not be more stoked. I'm so excited. We're going to both parks. We're staying overnight at like a hotel, actually, like, you know, in downtown Disney area. Normally we kind of stay off like, you know, 5 minutes away because it's so much cheaper, but it's my birthday, so that was my birthday present. So I'm very excited about that. But, you know, that's the other thing too with Daisy being in school now. This is only like the 3rd week that she's been in school, but I'm gonna have, I've already been experiencing like the extra time, but in terms of filming, like I haven't been able to capitalize on that because I haven't been filming, but I'm gonna have so much extra time to do videos and plan out videos, and just those like hours that I have when she's not here, of course I miss her, and of course it's a change for both of us. It's a dramatic shift in what we're used to, but it's been so nice, and I can't wait to like take advantage of that time and put it into my channel. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Drop me a comment down below. If you guys have video ideas that are not food related, or frankly, even if they are food related, that might be something that I want to do. Definitely let me know, or if you know of videos that I've done in the past that you really enjoyed, but I haven't done them in a while. Like I am all ears to ideas and suggestions, and it's just gonna be a hodgepodge. So even if you have a video idea where you're like, oh, I don't think she's gonna want to do that, drop it. Drop it in the comments, because chances are I might want to. And I will have a video up at some point next week. Again, we're living free. We're not committing to any particular day. But I will have some content up next week for you guys. And I hope you are looking forward to it as much as I am. So I will see you guys then. Bye, friends.